Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Talk Mental Health. I'm Mary.
And I'm Bianca.
And I'm Chebet. Today's episode is a longer, deeper conversation about mental health awareness with real life examples and honest discussions.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. What is mental health? According to you, Chebet, what is mental health?
Mental health is about how we think, feel, and act. It affects how we handle stress, relate to people, and make decisions every day.
And to you, Bianca, how do you understand mental health?
What I know about mental health is part of our everyday life. Mental health is how we behave on our day to day basis.
Okay, thank you so much, Bianca and Chebet. Mental health is about how we think, feel, and act. It affects how we handle stress, relate to people, and make decisions.
That's true. And I think one important thing people forget is that everyone has mental health. It's not just something to talk about when there is a problem, it's part of our everyday lives.
For example, imagine you have exams coming up. You might feel stressed or nervous. That's normal, but if that stress becomes overwhelming and starts affecting your sleep or appetite, then it is something to pay attention to.
Okay, let's look at some real life examples. For example, you find a student who used to enjoy school life suddenly stops participating in class, avoids friends, and seems constantly tired. You find that this student has some mental issues or is suffering from depression or is lacking something or is having some sort of stress.
The student the student might be always worried, overthinking. You should maybe send them a message and keep checking if the other person has replied, thinking something is wrong.
To add another example is someone who feels pressure from family or schools. They might look okay on the outside, but they feel overwhelmed inside.
Yeah, like smiling in public but crying when alone. That happens more often than people think. For instance, someone like me, when I have an issue and I don't have someone to discuss this issue with, I find myself smiling in public whenever I'm with my friends or my classmates. I smile, but when I'm alone in my house, I cry. This is because I can't share whatever I'm suffering from or what is depressing me with anyone else.
So, how can we tell if something is wrong?
As some common signs include feeling sad or empty for a long time, losing interest in hobbies, sleeping too much or too little, eating too much or too little.
Also, you can tell that something is wrong when people get angry easily, someone feels hopeless, someone avoids people, And you find that earlier on, these people were always jovial, they had hopes, and they were having interactions with people. So things like getting angry easily, feeling hopeless, and avoiding people are some of the signs that something or someone is having some mental issues and that needs to be sorted early before there is more damage.
For example, if your friend suddenly stops hanging out and always says, I'm fine, but clearly isn't, that could be a sign that they need support and you should try and help them.
Let's talk about helping a friend. What should what should you do, Mary?
What we should do to support these people that are having mental issues is to listen listen to them, understand them. You don't interrupt or judge them. Sometimes people just need someone to hear them. For example, me, once I tell you that something is disturbing me and you go and share this issue with another person, I just feel like you have judged me and that you now you're using this my issue to make friends or to create stories. So you should first listen, don't interrupt or judge me because I just need someone to hear me.
Also, instead of saying you'll be fine to a person who is showing signs of mental health depression, you should try saying, do you want to talk about it, right, Shebe?
Exactly. And don't try to fix everything. Just being there matters a lot.
Also, these people need to be encouraged, talked to. Also, these people need to be encouraged, and they also need to talk to a trusted adult like a teacher, parent, or a counselor who can encourage them and guide them or counsel them in the issues that are affecting them.
Now let us focus on self-care. Self-care is all about taking enough sleep and eating healthy food.
Self care doesn't have to be complicated. It's simple things like taking a walk, listening to music, spending time with friends.
Self-care doesn't mean that you take a whole lot of time in your books or any other thing. You should take breaks when studying or when doing other things. For example, you can create a schedule where you can get rest in some breaks. For example, studying for 40 minutes, then resting for 10 minutes. This helps one to reduce the mental anxiety or the mental stress that comes with academic or studies.
Sleep is also important in everyday life. One should not spend all night scrolling on their phone. That can make one feel worse the next day. For example, Chebet.
Another example, like when you write journals, it can help you understand your feelings better.
Okay, how can we break the stigma? The stigma of mental stress or mental health. One big problem is stigma, people being judged for talking about mental health. This personally always affects me and makes me not want to talk about my issues to people. So I just decide to keep quiet with them. What about you, Bianca?
stigma is something real. Some people just say things like, be strong, just be strong. Others have it worse. That makes someone feel misunderstood.
But the truth is, everyone's feelings matter. Comparing struggles doesn't help.
For example, someone might feel stressed about school or family issues, while another is dealing with family problems. Both are valid. So, if someone is having these issues like academic stress, family issues, they should find someone they trust to talk about these things, because not everyone is to be trusted with some issues.
Let's each share something real that has happened in our personal lives. Let's start with you, Mary. What do you have to say about mental health awareness?
Okay, thank you, Bianca. As for me, I think that we should find someone who can help us feel the less weight of these issues that are affecting us mentally. Sometimes I've had moments where I felt overwhelmed with schoolwork, because you find that we are being given many assignments in schools where the deadlines are always tight, and they should be met, and the assignments should also be done before the deadline. So talking to someone helped me feel less alone.
Same here. Sometimes just taking a break from something you are doing can help you step away from stress.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's look at some practical tips. Let's give listeners some simple tips that can help them to reduce mental health issues. You can talk to someone you trust, but also remember that not everyone should be trusted. Even those people that you trust, you shouldn't be trusting them 100%. You should also take breaks when you feel overwhelmed. Don't force yourself. Get enough sleep. This helps reduce stress or depression or anxiety.
Also, do not compare yourself to someone. Always be kind to yourself and take things one step at a time.
And also remember, asking for help is okay.
Okay, so members, what are some of your final messages? My message to you people is that it's okay to not be okay. Your feelings are valid.
You are not alone. Someone always cares about you.
Mine, speaking up is a sign of strength and not a weakness.
Take care of your mental health. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Mental Health.
Share this with someone who might need it.
See you next time.
Bye.